Hi, Aquarius. This is Lateesha Bynum Hinton, astrologer and numerologist, and I have for you your weekly horoscope for July the 29th through August the 4th. This is for Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Moon. And I want to show you, and I've shown this to all the signs, I have just drawn a chart for you so you will see me looking down at the chart. And then I have my calendar here where I have the aspects for each day. And you will see me looking down and back up. So I just want you to know what's going on with that. Alright, so we are starting out this week, Aquarius, with quite a few challenging energies. Okay, but they are pretty much the same energies that we had last week. We have the Sun in a square to Uranus. We have Uranus in a square to Mars, and then we have the Sun opposing Mars. Okay, so we're starting out with this challenging energy this week. So what does this mean for you? Okay, well, you have the Sun in your 7th house of partnership opposing Mars in your 1st house of self. Okay, so Mars here in your house of self could cause you to feel this anger and frustration bubbling up regarding other people. Okay, with the Sun there in your house of partnership, this could show some anger that you and resentment that you have towards your partner. Could be business partner, or this could be your spouse or your partner that you live with. Okay, so this could definitely show up in this way. Okay, and so with that, it's asking you to really look at what is causing you to be angry, what is causing you to be upset, and to work through it in a calm way. Of course, Mars is retrograde right now in your sign, so that kind of dials back a little bit the aggressiveness of Mars. Maybe it can cause you to go inward and think about what is causing the resentment, and then talk about it, bring it out to the fore so it can be settled. Okay, then we have a square from the Sun in your 7th to Uranus in your 4th house. So this is change that is going to happen probably in where you live. The place that you live will probably have some upheaval for you and your partner. This could show up in your partner leaving the home, moving away. A separation could happen. Some kind of separation between you and your partner could happen because the square brings a frustration within. All right, so, and then we have Mars here, so there's some anger going on, there's some resentment, there is frustration going on. So with that, we could be looking at a separation, maybe not a separation, maybe just moving to a different place because the place that you live is not working for you, so you move. All right, this is a way that this could show up for you. All right, and then we have the square between Uranus and Mars. All right, Uranus again in the 4th house is tied to yourself. Okay, and there again is that frustration, and you need to move. This could be an internal change. It could be an internal change that you have deep within yourself about changing who you are. But I feel that this is more of moving domicile, moving the place that you stay. Okay, and again, this was happening last week, so you may have already done that. Okay, so that's what we have here. Then we move on to July the 30th. Monday, July the 30th, we have Jupiter trine Neptune. Jupiter is in Scorpio and Neptune is in Pisces. So for you, Jupiter is in Scorpio in your ninth house. I'm sorry, in your 10th house. Jupiter is in Scorpio in your 10th house. Okay, and in Pisces, Neptune is in Pisces in your second house. I'm sorry. So we have a conversation between Jupiter in your 10th house, which is your house of career, and it is your house of your public reputation, and it is conversing with Neptune, who is in your second house of income and self-value. So for you, this is a beautiful conversation. So this makes it easier for you to make money, feel good about your career and your place in the world. If you don't have a career, if you are a housewife or a homemaker, you could be receiving just more accolades, more appreciation from the people around you, and you feel good about what you've done. You may be able to feel good about starting a home business, and doing something online and earning more money, which is great. And that aspect will be lasting us all week, which is amazing. Okay, so we want to use that energy. We want to tap into that energy. Okay, Aquarius? All right, and then we have an inconjunct between the moon and the sun. Okay, the moon will be in Pisces and the sun will be in Leo, and this is also on Monday. So the sun in Leo is in your 7th house of partnership, and then the moon is in Pisces in your 2nd house. So again, here this is a challenging aspect. When we have an inconjunct, we have two planets that have a difficult time communicating with each other. So for you, this particular aspect would show up with your partnership that you have and the income that you have coming in. Okay, so it's an area for you where your partner, with Neptune, with the moon being involved here, there is a sensitivity that you have about your income. Your partner may not understand your income that you have. They may not feel that you are earning enough money to help support the household, or it could be vice versa. Your partner may not bring in enough money to help support the household, and so it brings in this level of frustration for you. Okay, and where you need to just sit down and talk about it and bring everything to the fore. All right. And then on Tuesday, July the 31st, Aquarius, we have Saturn in Capricorn trine Uranus in Taurus. Okay, so we have Saturn in Capricorn, and that is in your 12th house of your subconscious mind, and then we have Uranus in Taurus in your 4th house. Okay, so for you, this is a sudden change. We talked about that. Sudden change in your home, your domicile, where you are living. But because there is a trine, when you do make this move, Saturn is involved, and it brings you a sense of stability. It brings you a sense of peace, and you are able to feel good about this change, even though it's sudden, it's overnight. It's a good change. Okay, you're able to go ahead and exhale. Okay, and on the same day, we have Venus in opposition to the moon. Again, the moon is in Pisces in your 2nd house of income. Venus is in your 8th house. So here's an opposition between the resources that you have and the income that you make. All right, the moon is here. The moon is here, and Venus is here. So Venus is here, so you are feeling unappreciated perhaps for the work that you do. It could be that you feel unappreciated by in-laws. The 8th house represents in-laws. It could be that. It could be it could even be sex. You feel 8th house rules sex, so you could feel that you are not getting the love that you need sexually. And in opposition to Neptune, there could be some deception going on in regards to your money. It's in your 2nd house. There could be someone keeping hidden from you some money that they owe you, and they're not telling you about it. And so that brings up some level of confusion and fogginess there. So just be watchful in that area as it relates to income and money. Neptune is in your place of self-value and self-worth, opposing Venus. So that may be a cloudy area for you as well, okay, about how you feel about yourself. You may not be so sure under this transit. And so it lasts pretty much, it started last week, last Tuesday, and it really lasts throughout the week, okay? So just keep that in mind, all right? And then we move forward on to Wednesday, August the 1st, and we have Mercury in Leo in conjunction with Pluto in Capricorn. So Mercury again is in your 7th house of partnership, and Mercury is retrograde. And we have Leo, and then we have Pluto in Capricorn in your 12th house. So this is communication between you and your partner, and this communication is bringing up fears for you, perhaps about the relationship, about the partnership. And this could be business partnership. It could be a love partnership with somebody that you're married to or you live with in a long-term partnership. And the conversation is not going right. And so it could be triggering concerns for you about that. And there is power struggles going on in the conversation. Somebody is trying to be right all the time, either you or your partner. And so there has to be this willingness to come to a middle ground. Everybody can't be right. Somebody's got to be wrong. And sometimes it'll bring more peace just to let it go, So that's happening on Wednesday, the 1st, okay? Then when we move to Thursday, August 2nd, we have the moon in Aries and in conjunction with Jupiter in Scorpio. Okay, so with the moon in Aries, that is happening in your 3rd house of communication, and Jupiter is in Scorpio, and that is happening in your 10th house. So there is some miscommunication here, either between your mother regarding your place in the world and what you want to do in the world, and perhaps she does not understand it and thinks that it's weird. Okay, so it could show up like that. It could show up between your mother and your siblings and the communication that they are having. Jupiter is here, expanding your area of career. This in conjunction could show up in a way where you overestimated perhaps what your family or how they would receive what it is that you're doing, and then once you did do it, they weren't able to understand it or appreciate it. It could show up like that for you. Then on the next day, on Friday, August 3rd, we have Venus in conjunction with the moon in Aries, and Venus is still in Virgo. So for you, Venus is in your 8th house, okay, of hidden things, of other people's resources, taxes, alimony, child support. That's all 8th house. And it's in an in conjunction where there is a miscommunication between the moon and Aries. So for the moon in Aries is in your 3rd house of communication, and here we have Venus being in conjunct here. So this is you not feeling cared for, not feeling loved regarding what you have communicated. Maybe it's been communicated to you that the money that you were hoping to receive from other resources is not coming, and so you're at a loss for words. This could be, it could show up as your mother was going to lend you some money or give you some money, and then you come to find out that she is unable to, or the amount you thought that she was going to be able to, she's unable to, because we are talking about a miscommunication in conjunction, okay? So it could show up like that. It could show up like, siblings were going to lend you some money, or cousins or close neighbors were going to be a resource to you in some way, and then they weren't able to, or they misunderstood you and they're not able to give you what you were thinking that you were going to get, okay? So this is a way that this could show up, okay? Then on Saturday, August the 4th, we have Pluto in a trine to the moon. And so Pluto is in Capricorn, and this is in your 12th house of your subconscious, and then the moon is in Taurus, and this is in your house of home, in your house of the mother. All right, so with the moon being here, this could definitely represent your mother, and it is saying here that in your subconscious mind you feel empowered. You feel empowered about your home, and it may tie to the move that you've had to make, okay? But you feel empowered about the move. You feel good about it. You feel that it was the absolute best thing for you to happen, okay? And you feel good, okay? And it could be communication with your mother. It could be that you talked to your mother about some things of the past and got resolution. That's another way that this could show up, okay? Then the sun in Leo. The sun is square the moon in Leo. So the sun, Leo is in your 7th house, and then squaring the moon in Taurus. So again, here is some conflict. Even though you do feel good about the move that you made, there's still some conflict between you and your partner, okay? And it's affecting you emotionally. You feel unsafe about it. You feel vexed about it emotionally. Bringing up the tears. So this is, with the partnership, and this is a square, so the square brings up internal frustration. It could be that your mother is involved, because the moon represents the mother. So there could be some conflict between your partner and your mother that causes you some frustration here. All right? So this is what I have for you, Aquarius, for this week. Again, my name is Lateesha Bynum Hinton. You can find me if you would like to have a personal reading with me. You can find me at LateeshaBynumHinton.com. I'll be glad to look at your personal chart and tell you what I see. I offer a lot of different services. I offer the synastry. If you want to look at a relationship that you are interested in, if there's somebody that you are dating or want to date or want to marry, we can look at the synastry between the two of you and see the strengths and weaknesses of the relationship, see some of the challenges that you have and some of the gifts that you have been blessed with in this relationship. We can look at your career path that you would like to take. We can look at your birth chart and pinpoint some areas that have been challenging you your whole life and find out how to work through those areas. So check me out online and see if I have anything that will work for you. And just remember, no matter what, the universe is always conspiring to bless you. And I will talk to you later. Thank you.